I didn't think it was going to come to this, but here we are. And of course, this is another rant about Chelsea. Chelsea lose 2-1 to Brighton today. And understandably so, because it didn't look like at any point we were going to win that. Let's be honest here. Credit where credit is due. Brighton dominated the game. De Zerbi is doing a magnificent job at Brighton. They made us look so piss poor and just as bad as we looked all season here. Numerous times I've made videos or during podcast episodes where I've had to rant about Chelsea's struggles, and at this point I'm clocked out of the season. I'm just sitting here waiting for next season to start. I want us to write out these games. Let's just finish where we're going to finish and move on to our next manager and our next year. And that gets me started on the whole manager thing. I made a video a week ago or so about Luis Enrique over Julian Nagelsmann, two top managers that Chelsea are looking at right now, and we haven't made a decision yet. We need to pick one of them, and we haven't picked either of them yet, and instead we have Frank Lampard at the wheel, which is whatever. But I am sick and tired of it. Can we please just get Luis Enrique in? We know that he is open to taking the job right now, so why not just get him in? I understand waiting for the end of the season. Let Lampard write it out. Let's just see what happens. Whatever. He's interim manager. He's here until the next manager comes in. Let's just bring Luis Enrique in now, and he can start implementing his strategies, his tactics, his training, blah, 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 all that kind of things, so we can actually kind of move on to next year. Sacking Tuchel, we know, is going to go down as one of the biggest managerial mistakes in footballing history, but that set us on a course for disaster. We brought Graham Potter in. I was a big Graham Potter follower, and I was very hopeful he was going to do good for us. You can go back to when we first started the channel and we were making videos about it. I was very into the whole project. I thought it was going to be great, and then it didn't turn out well. He wasn't the manager we needed, and he still isn't, and I'm glad we got rid of him. But how much more of this project can I take? I will remind you, projects typically have progress. There's typically an end goal, and we see progress towards that end goal. There's nothing we have here. There's no progress we've had so far. We've gotten even worse since the season started, since Graham Potter came in. How is that possible? If we get Luis Enrique in now, at least we see some sort of step towards that next project. We're back to square one after sacking Graham Potter. He was going to start the whole project for us, and now we're back to square one with him being sacked. We bring Luis Enrique in now. He starts to mesh with the team. He has some match experience with the last games of the season where he can just see how the Premier League plays and see how his tactics fare against them, at least in the infant stages of his managerial stint with Chelsea. And then we can finally see some progress being made. We can see some players that actually want to come here over the summer. We can see players grow together in that system under one manager. And actually, we might be able to compete again at the top level. This is not to say that everything's gone wrong with our season, because as most things have, the one thing I do find a positive is the players we've brought in. I love bringing Enzo Fernandez. He's going to be great. And he already has been probably our best player since he's come in. Very consistent. Mikhailo Mudryk has been slow to start off, but that's not his fault because Graham Potter hasn't been playing him. He started today against Brighton, and he did good. He was arguably our man of the match, and he did get the assist for the early on goal. So he has shown signs of being great, and I know he's going to be great. I have so much faith in him to be there. It's just waiting for that. We have Nkunku coming in. Badiashile has been fantastic when he gets game time. Fofana has been fantastic since he's come back from injury. Things like that. I'm very happy with the signings we made. I do think we need to make more signings. And I think that is also key in Luis Enrique coming in right now. If he's in right now, he can establish his team. He can establish his tactics, his setup, and we can know exactly what he needs. And then we can open dialogue with players right now for a summer move. Not to say we haven't, because we definitely have, but it's been players that the board wants, not the players that the manager wants. And that's how it shouldn't be. The manager, in my opinion, should have the most say in it. And he should get the players he needs and wants, and that's how you win. You don't sign players that the board wants because the board wants it. Todd Bowley. We've seen that. Obviously, some of the signings weren't Graham Potter signings. And that's okay, because some of them are decent, that being Mudryk, that being probably Noni Madueke as well. He's going to turn out good. They're both going to turn out good, but the manager needs to make his signings. And Luis Enrique is heart set on this. It seems he's ready to take his position now. He knows what he's going to do with his club, and we need that. I don't understand why we wait so long for someone else to come in. He's proven himself already to the world. He's proven himself to the Chelsea board. He's come in and made a PowerPoint presentation in London, flying in from his home of Spain, and he's shown that he wants to be here, so why not just bring him in? Julian Nagelsmann is just... I love him. I think he's going to be great at wherever he goes. However, he's not what we need. A project doesn't need to have everything as a project, if that makes sense. The players are a project. The tactics are a project. The club setup and growth, stadium building, expansion, things like that, that's a project. Some aspect of that needs to know what they're doing, and that should be the manager, in my opinion. That should be Luis Enrique. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants to do. Bring him in now. I'm tired of waiting. I know As a Chelsea fan, I feel spoiled because we have been good. I've been a Chelsea fan since I've been a football fan, and we've always been good since I've been watching us, pretty much. I mean, give or take a season here or there, we have been good. So I do feel spoiled, but that's just the nature of the club. We need to be at that spot again. We can't be a mid-table team fighting for this. Everyone knows. We get clowned for on Twitter every day. Go ahead and just look it up. We're not supposed to be here. We're not going to be here. I have full faith in that. We're going to go back to our normal by next season. That's okay. I am kind of happy that we're not going to get European competition. And you might disagree with me on that, and that's totally fine. And if you disagree with me on anything, leave it down in the comments below. But I do think with the path we're taking right now, that's exactly what we need. We need focus on the league, focusing on your tactics in place. Once you have that set, finish next year in top 4, top 6. Get European for the next year, and then we move on to big and better things. We're obviously starting from the ground up again, so let's just keep it going. As much as it sucks for the players to not be playing Champions League football, that's the nature of the beast, and they're just going to have to deal with it because they already have contracts here. It is unfortunate for sure, and we should be competing at that level, and that's why they signed with us. You got to do what you need to do, and that's what we need to do, is to grow as a team again, and that's starting from square one. I could say so much more, but I'm probably just going to mention those on the future podcast episodes. So if you want to hear more about that, please consider subscribing and turn notifications on for when those episodes come out, typically once or twice a week. And then you can see what more I'll say, as well as my other 2 friends, and see what they have to say, because they're probably going to be clowning me the whole time. If you want more Chelsea content, Chelsea rants, blah, 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 please subscribe. If you want more Premier League, MLS, international football, all kinds of stuff, please subscribe as well. We're growing. We're trying to get 200 before, I think, June, before the start of summer at least. So we're doing pretty good. I have faith we're going to get there, and we're just going to keep on going. Hopefully you guys agree with me. If you guys disagree with me, like I said, leave in the comments below. Even if you do agree with me, leave in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about our club. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next video. I started dying there. Hopefully, see you guys next video, and peace, guys.